Yes, and a good thing too. This one does not like to think about what would have happened otherwise.
What did happen? Напоминает мне персонаж Симпсонов.
How can I help you?
As part of the Dominion, you will gain security.
Come, do your trading here.
Kenarti's roost and the Dominion. Together,
Keep your
we'll
claws
achieve
in. I stock only the freshest herbs and finest spices.
And the main spoke. Look to Riddlethar. Did he surrender Jackajay to Skumacat and the others? No. He kept it close for all of us, under his belly for all to follow. It is true, you know. In Jackajay we find ourselves, our place in the world, our path through its trials. In following this path, we find the sugar hiding all around us. And we are happy, yes? So very happy.
Joining the
Come and
Dominion
see from
isn't
the
about
distant
what
shores
is
of
taken
Glenumbra,
from you,
a real,
but what you
live
gain
dog.
I'm sitting on a pier, ready to end it all, and the Sylvanar appears. Don't give up, he says. The green provides for all its saplings. You just need a patch of sun. Vincano comes to me the next day, looking for sailors. To think
Tear the flesh from your bones. Some dislike the way Harani runs Mistral, but this is such a tiny island. Storms, pirates, even the Maormor threaten us, yet we are still here. Our leader, she's clever, yes? She sees what must be done and does it. How many others can say the same?
Tested by its cold, oozing nose.
Кюша.
Keep some distance from the beast. It is only my long exposure to it that allows me to tolerate the smell.
Tolerate the smell.
In Daggerfall, packs of these horrible monsters roam the streets at night and prey upon the unwary.
Ты чё?
Bring this one.
My own father, divine save his soul, was torn to pieces by just such a pack.
А, блядь.
I stock oak.
Can you not feel the hatred that burns within its belly? Bars barely contain its hunger.
Your chance for
Текстурки
untold
такие запоздалые.
prosperity comes with Dominion rule.
I hate to admit it, but there is a certain charm to this place. If only it were cleaner.
Лысый мир, господи.
Into the face of death itself.
The view is quite entrancing. If only smells didn't waft upward.
Kenarti's roost and the Dominion. Together,
Брулка.
You may be drunk, but Razumdar is one sleek walker. Wait and see.
Бля, я говорить не могу, пока сижу. Ужас какой. Снабжение.
This one has heard reports. You've kept busy. Good. You fit in now more than ever. How did things go? Clearly, you were meant to help us out. John and Jode have a sense of humor, yes? And of course, Raz thinks discretion deserves a reward. Keep your wits about you, my new friend. Mistral's houses cast deep shadows, and vipers lurk in the tall grass. Mistral is the jewel of the southern seas, a free port with trade ties to half of Tamriel. Ambassadors from the Dominion arrived weeks ago to negotiate its admission into the Alliance. Kenarti's roost has an old treaty with the Maumar. They claim the Dominion fleet intended to invade their home waters. It's a sticking point in the negotiations. The Sylvanar could use some help. Find him, give him this token. He'll know you are a friend. Without Mistral's support, the Dominion will have precious little defense on its southern coasts. But we are not here to conquer anyone. The Sylvanar knows this. The High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiit stand united under the Eagle Banner. We secure our borders against invaders from the Covenant and Pact, but it is no easy task. And Queen Irene leads our Dominion, of course. He is the voice and spirit of the Wood Elves. They say he was, and will be their greatest leader, whatever that means. This one knows him as an unrivaled diplomat. He is also the Dominion's best hope of resolving this matter peacefully. Razumdar is just a simple Khajiit. He seeks the best for all the people of Tamriel. Also, a saddle that won't pinch the tail one day.
Hunger. For 5 gold, gaze into its eyes, peer into the face of death itself.
As part of the Dominion, you will gain security.
Ау. Торгаши там.
The air is heavy like velvet in my throat. It is a wonder these blades do not rust before my eyes.
Without a whelp.
Бля, я ее забыл. Ах ты похуй. Все равно я на этом персонаже не буду этим говном заниматься. Ладно.
Is the Sylvanar blind? Every one of these sea elves is a venomous serpent, waiting to strike. We should have cleansed this place of Maormer scum the moment we arrived.
Killing machine.
Lorcan, take them all. Why did the Sylvanar negotiate with these filthy Maormer? Those pirates are a stick in the High Elf eye. They capture our merchant ships and raid our settlements. If I had any say, we'd negotiate with a sword at their throats. Not as long as the Sylvanar confuses diplomacy with capitulation. He's inside with the rest of them, pretending this won't end in bloodshed. Go, see this farce for yourself.
Ты часом не этот... Не Расуник Арен забыл.
How can this humble servant aid you? Our esteemed viceroy represents the Aldmeri Dominion's interest in Kenarti's roost. He is personal retainer to Prince Naaman. Had Queen Irene not returned, he would advise a king. Pity.
Нет.
Representatives of the Aldmeri Dominion. Viceroy Peladil carries the interests of Somerset and Queen Irene. The Sylvanar and the Green Lady represent the Valenwood. It's perfectly situated for naval stagings against Cyrodiil. Furthermore, our holdings depend on our naval prowess. If this island were left to its own devices, our enemies would find a way to use it against us. But such speculation isn't healthy.
кто? О, зеленая лилия.
No wine. Stringy meat. My beloved Sylvanar cooling these squabbling children instead of warming our bed. If there's a more tiresome place in all of Tamriel, I haven't found it.
Ты Сильванар, да? Да.
Your pardon, friend. The Dominion's arrival on Kennarthi's roost has upset the locals. It falls on me to smooth the waters. Please, help yourself to food or drink. I'm happy to speak with you once this matter is settled. Most unexpected. It seems we have a mutual friend. May I ask, what brings you to Mistral? Then perhaps you can advise me on a small matter. The Maormer have a treaty with Kennarthi's roost. This is nothing to fear. A treaty is something I can work with. Yet neither Ambassador Ulondil nor Headwoman Harani. Indeed, why not? It would be indecorous to suggest the treaty is anything but actual and sound, yet I fear it won't present itself without a more active line of inquiry. Would you be my voice in this, with Ambassador Ulondil and Head... Exactly. A chorus of requests may succeed in carrying the tune. Harani in particular seems eager to see this resolved, though I fear the Dominion presence binds her hands. But I'll leave...
Почему, блять, мимолетный? конечно.
It's hard to keep track of the new faces since the hurricane, but I don't believe we've met. Welcome to Mistral. May your stay here be full of warm winds and soft... And I told him. The mere act of doing so would complicate matters with our longtime Maormer allies. They take great offense to the Dominion. Look around you. What great armies do you see? Our survival depends on knowing when to fight and when to please. The treaty brought us prosperity for generations. I will not be the one to break it.
We upheld our treaty with the people of Khenarthi's Roost for generations, and this is how they repay our kindness? We will not allow High Elf thieves to gain a foothold in our territorial waters. By all rights, this is our island. Harani's people occupy it with our blessing. If she breaks the treaty, so breaks our truce. We'll take back our island, and the Khajiit will pay the price. We keep a copy on an island far from here. I see no reason to send for it. I won't allow High Elf wharf-rats another chance to take our rightful lands. Why don't you bother Harani for her copy?
Уже просил. Да, блять, отстань.
This one thinks you have come to make a deposit. Yeah.
Thank you. Ладно, похуй.
Any luck securing a copy of the treaty? Then there's little chance for compromise. I'll call a break in formal talks until everyone calms their nerves. You understand the stakes, yes? It's why I ask you to take a more active role in locating the treaty. I don't do so lightly. I can't allow the Dominion's first act on Khenarthi's Roost to be one of conquest. I understand our mutual friend prefers the rum served at a nearby tavern. Perhaps he would have ideas on securing a copy of the treaty. It's a name, a title, and our holy city. Quite an honor to carry around such an important word, and the occasional burden in its confusion of outsiders. Not even the Green Lady calls me by my given name. Edelorn doesn't roll off the tongue, I suppose.
Edelorn? Чё сложного?
As Sylvanar. Seems like it's been such a short while, but the wrinkles on my face tell me differently. Or did you mean as Dominion Envoy? I've taken on diplomatic tasks for our fledgling alliance since its inception, so not very long at all. A freshly grown fruit, still without blemish. On behalf of the Bosmer people, it's my goal to keep it that way. If you speak with the Green Lady, don't mistake her manner as distaste for the Dominion. She simply misses our home of Valinor. She sustains me, and I her. Together, we are the aspirations of the Bosmer people given form. Put simply, she is the love of my life. Also, she grows ill-humoured when I gush about her within earshot. I'd best say no more.
Да, люблю лесных эльфов за их такое хипарство. Хипари-каннибалы.
Can you not feel the hatred that burns within its belly?
You think this one drinks on the job? Good. Then so will everyone else. What is the word, my new friend?
Ты как-то слишком легко раскрываешь карты чуваку, который только, блять, не знаю, сутки назад встретил.
Ulandil certainly won't. His viper tongue is sharp. But Harani can't because her copy was stolen. It only takes 3 drinks to loosen the tongue of the Chancery clerk, if you were curious. A good question. Raz answers it with an interesting bit of trivia. Ulandil posted a guard at his quarters the day of the theft. His subtleties rivaled only by his pleasant personality. Oh, and it's 5 drinks for embassy staff. 6 puts them out. Someone needs to slip into Marmor Embassy, find a way past the guard, and rifle through Ulandil's private quarters. Oh, and do it without bloodshed that could provoke war with the Marmor. In case he was not clear, Raz is talking about you. The pragmatist in this one says it's because you have no firm connection to the Dominion. The optimist says it's because you have proven yourself more than capable already. When you have the treaty, meet both of us at the bridge.
Feel the muscle of a true killing machine! Come and see from the
сразу видно
distant shores of
киллинг-машин.
Glanumbra a real, live dog!
Unhand my
Do not
valuables.
worry, it is safely caged. For prosperity, for security, for unity, for the Dominion.
Спутница.
The Dominion welcomes all who wish to join.
Давно в игре появились спутники. Я же могу пройти, да? Спасибо. Здорово.
I wonder what Ulandil intends for these Dominion fools. If he has any honor, it will be nothing pleasant. Mark my words.
Mark my words.
It would be good to leave this forsaken rock. How did the Catmen stand being so still all the time?
Неплохо.
Another one?
Another one. It's...
Had the Dominion simply sailed on by, it wouldn't have come to this. Whatever happens next is on their heads, not ours.
Да, именно поэтому ты говоришь таким карикатурно-злодейским голосом.
Don't cause trouble.
Don't cause
Comings and goings, records of supplies, dialogues between the Helm's Reeve and the Aldmeri envoys. The paperwork never ends. A moment's rest, is that so much to ask?
Another one? Still.
Another one. Текстуры.
Ambassador Ulandil isn't here. And if he was, he'd be far too busy to entertain the likes of you.
Floors that don't sway, sand that creeps into boots, bugs the size of anchors. May the gods see me posted to a proper ship.
Prostitute. Так, не видь меня. Нас не видит. Нет, хуйня.
Off limits. You aren't getting through. Are you lost? Ambassador Ulandil's quarters aren't open for visitors. None of your business. Go bother the clerk. He doesn't know when to shut up either.
Любопытно. Фури.
Floors that don't sway, sand that creeps into boots. So, he's actually doing his job? Most of the time he's writing love letters to some pretty face in town. Zadi or Zami or something. He's a fool in a crow's nest, searching the horizon for any sign of her love.
Ambassador Ulandil isn't here. That's what I've been wondering. He spices his rum with moon sugar, you know. I'm sure one of the servants brings it to him. If I catch him sleeping at his post again, I'll inform the...
Фури момент.
Are you lost? Ambassador... What? Give it here! She wants to meet me? Now? Out of my way!
Работа? Какая работа? У меня тут фурия. Органума? 12 дюжины одного. Так, подожди. А я тут на пути могу встретить? Че ему там, кстати, накалякал?
Watch your step, Brown Walker.
Зале это кто?
Joining the Dominion isn't about what is taken from you, but what we gain from each other. Your chance for untold prosperity comes with Dominion rule.
Dahara would not let it tear the flesh from your bones. Marvel at its slavering maw.
Please take care where you step. Whoever killed this man may have left something behind. Not yet. We might blame the storm if not for the bruising around his neck. Whoever did this was... that much is obvious. This man is affiliated with the Cross Tree, a group of smugglers that run skooma to Mistral. We find bodies from time to time. Sugar fiends who fail to pay the Cross Tree. Occasionally the smugglers themselves, usually stabbed in the back, a pair of crossed lines cut into their faces. This... not sure yet. Perhaps one of their clients has taken issue with them, or maybe they have a new competitor. It is difficult to tell with criminals.
And without a charter or anything, you would think they owned the place.
Have mercy.
A few coins would suffice.
Help someone in need?
I've never had such a difficult time deciding. Especially in a shop with such...
I see the delight in your eyes.
The Sylvanar has come to Mistral! We'll be drinking rotmeth to a spinner's yarn. You don't know? While King Aerodon rules over the people of Valenwood, the Sylvanar looks after our spirits. Together with the Green Lady, we can... If the Sylvanar is our spirit, the Green Lady is our strength. She is unequaled in physical prowess and a master of martial disciplines. If we were all so strong, nothing could stand in our way.
Isn't High Fancy wonderful? He's been to every port between here and Sentinel. Anyone can sing. This one is here for news from afar.
It isn't every day a bard comes to Mistral. What better way to set aside our cares than by listening to songs of...
The spring in your step. Did you know a sense of accomplishment can alter one's stride? You'll learn to notice it in others. The Sylvanar is certainly being watched by the Maumar. You should inform him the treaty is safe. He will know what to do next. The Sylvanar and the Green Lady are being put up in the Armorer's home. This one recommends you knock before entering. Green Lady gets jumpy at silent approach. At a quick glance, there are holes in the treaty. When the Sylvanar worries at them, he'll tear a hole in the Malmer's side. The treaty, of course. Not Ambassador Ulandil, though that would be funny.
The Sylvanar's inside resting. You have 5 minutes.
Ты чё, помолодел внезапно или это ракурс? Чего? Серый?
Time for you to leave. No! No! You found him like this? What did you see? Answer me! Then you know nothing. 1,000 curses on this wretched island. They've taken my beloved. None who'll survive the day. I am the unerring bolt. Once loosed, I cannot stop till I pierce my quarry's eye. Harani knows her own city. If she won't tell you who did this, I'll shorten her tail until she does. Now go! Go!
Кузнечное дело нахуй мне. Так, воровать я точно не собираюсь.
How can this humble servant aid?
This work never ends.
Hush! This one is busy. Can you not feel the skooma flowing through the streets? If you cannot, listen. It is all around us.
У тебя маска очень похожая на серого лиса, только с ушками.
I don't care whose ear this high elf covers with kisses. I won't let Kennarti's roost fall to Dominion invaders.
Mistral will belong to the sea itself before we hand it over to the Maormer. This entire summit is a waste of time.
Not again. Please. I understand what the Sylvanar desires, but I did. But he was just here. What happened? How awful. Who would harm such a peaceful creature? My guards saw nothing. We doubled the watch to ensure safety. I cannot abide the Sylvanar's murder in my town. I'll shut down the port if I have to. None sets sail until his killer is brought to justice. Of course, I hereby declare you a deputy of the Mistral Guard. No door shall be barred to you. On my desk, you will find the most recent reports from the Mistral Guard. You are welcome to review them for any inconsistencies that could lead to the killer's capture.
The Sylvanar murdered? These treacherous Khajiit have plotted with the Maormer to slay our noble envoy.
How dare you! The Sylvanar was our guest. You go too far, Vice Reeve.
Outrageous. More Dominion treachery. I will conduct my own investigation.
No sea rat will show me up. I'll get to the bottom of this myself.
Блядь, уберись. Аптека, склады, поцелуй змеи.
I'm in the middle of something.
No one here. Perfect. As good a place as any. If that clerk has any sense, he'll find it.
Work builds character, they say.
Get off my ship before I throw you off! And I need a new rigging and a serving wench. Too bad for us both. Now get off my deck before I throw you off! Well, that's a serving wench. 3 minutes. If my sailors see your hands where they shouldn't be, I'll keelhaul you myself. Don't cause trouble.
Watch your step, Groundwalker.
Groundwalker.
Another one?
There's always more to do.
I love mixing different reagents, trying different things. Mind you, I've singed my fur a time or two with some unexpected results, but alchemy is for the adventurous, I always say.
I am unused to begging, but with so many mouths to feed, what choice do I have?
Could you help me out?
I have many fine goods. Killing the Sylvanar was foolish. The Green Lady and the Sylvanar shared a life bond. She has little time to avenge him before she too will die, and the Green Lady is a most dangerous creature. But then, you have that spring in your stride again. What have you learned? The Maumar planned something, but what? Wait. The apothecary sold Daedra blood in these specific amounts? That would explain the strange liquid upon the... Oh no. Bright moons, no. This is a sample of the vile cloud from around the Sylvanar's body. Bring it to the Green Lady. Tell her it killed her beloved. As for the rest, Harani will see what you found. We must move like Kennarti herself is at our backs.
Still nothing.
The killer will share the pain my beloved's death has wrought. Hand down the throat, a kiss for my wrist. Hand on the lungs, a kiss for my arms. Grasp, tear, yank, and one last kiss for the killer's own heart. Now, what have you found? No poison in all of Tamriel could harm my beloved. But this scent was on his body. Why is it out here as well? I can see it, leading away into the heart of this wretched city. You're blind to it, easily remedied. Follow if you can.
Куда? А, вот он, блядь. Не видно просто.
Get what you need. I'll get what I need in a moment.
Covered my tracks. Couldn't have found me. I followed his orders. Daedric poison for the wood elf and his mate. I followed his orders.
Чьим?
Ulandil. He said they could stop the tempest. Had to be removed.
I've heard enough.
His orders. Had to follow his orders.
There. You did what you had to. As did I.
Наверное, блядь, искусство мне нахуй.
This diplomatic mission is a farce. The Dominion should have taken Kенarti's roost by force and sorted the rest out later.
Your friend Razumdar showed me what you found, but the treaty binds me. Unless the ambassador himself was involved.
Замешан.
Ah, the errant deputy. I was just informing headwoman Harani of her apothecary's connections to the High Elves of Somerset Isle. Once the torture begins, we'll learn why the Dominion killed their... My what? You mean the apothecary? I assure you, he was never in my employ. Oh, well done. It doesn't matter now. The Green Lummox and her idiot husband lie dead. There's nothing you can do to stop us. You're lying. She must be dead, or else she'd have come for me. She's coming for me, isn't she? I'm a duly appointed ambassador of the Mauma people. The grounds of the embassy are sacrosanct, according to our treaty. The tempest is coming. You cannot stop it.
Sea rat coward! I'll have your head for this!
I have his scent, and soon his heart.
Stop! All of you! This is madness. There has been enough death in this city.
Блин, вот бы тут музыка еще подстраивалась под события.
Move, unless you don't mind the spatter. I'll keep him alive for a time. He won't starve. His limbs have so much flesh to sustain him. Go tell Harani the Marama is dead. Leave me to my work.
Mercy. Please. Mercy. Save me if I do. By all the gods, I do!
А что будет, если она его убьет? Это может, кстати, хуёво реально повлиять, так что лучше.
Mercy, please, I do.
Хотелось бы, конечно.
Move, and I'll keep him alive for a time. He won't starve. Exactly. And I'll have the blood that's due. What does this creature's life matter to you anyway?
You dare speak for my Sylvanar? I'll beat you with your own flayed skin. I'll smash your teeth to powder and choke you with the dust. You're right. Curse your bones, you're right. Take them away before I lose myself.
А при других обстоятельствах было бы заебись.
Her away from me!
We've taken Ulandil into custody thanks to your quick action. No treaty will keep him from proper justice. I understand. I am certain she'll find another way to mourn her husband. I asked Ulandil what he meant about the Tempest. After what that Green Lady did to him, it is difficult for him to focus. The Maomur have some ships waiting offshore. Ulandil's people signaled them before the Green Lady arrived. Some sort of invasion force. With the Dominion's help, perhaps we can fortify the town. I signed a new treaty moments ago. Vicereeve Peladil assured me the Dominion will protect our little island. It's a new beginning for Kennarti's roost. We will prosper or fall together.
Hey, slow paws.
It doesn't matter. The Tempest is coming. Nothing can stop it, not even... her!
You, yes, you. Commander Karaneth needs you immediately. The Maumur attacked Cat's Eye Key from the sea. Commander Karaneth holds the line at the docks. She needs help stopping the Maumur before they push into Mistral. Zairi will find...
А где этот Мурмер Фуфлю, ёпта? Сейчас зала сама это...
You there. The Marmor attacked Cat's Eye Key with their Sea Viper forces. We need every able body for the rescue effort. Huh. A counterattack? I'd settle for an organized defense. Our forces are scattered too thin. If we can't hold... I'll coordinate Dominion forces from here, but I can't lock down this gate until the survivors clear out of the market. Send them my way. We need everyone able to defend Mistral on this side of them.
Quite right, my dear. It's a good thing Viceroy Paladil was here to put them in their place.
It was not all his doing. From what I understand, we have another to thank for that bit of business.
Is that so? Well, if the prince was not directly
I
responsible...
love Mistral, but it is good to see Aunt Mary faces again.
It's over. I couldn't bear another moment with those salty ruffians about.
Snakes.
Those Malma pirates came from the water. They're all over Cat's Eye Key. Sea vipers happened. One must have struck me on the head. When I woke, a sea viper was carving strange runes on my bodyguard's skin. I hit that awful pirate with a broken spar and we ran. No, we can still move. We'll head to Mistral if it's safe there. By the 8, it's inspiring to see Dominion soldiers. Maybe Sergeant Firion can pull off our counterattack. The Marine by the gate to Cat's Eye Key plans to strike back at the Sea Vipers. I'm sure she can tell you the details. We'll get moving. Gods grant you strength.
We can't let those Marmor pirates reach Mistral. They'll butcher our families. I saw great serpents emerge from the waters. Those sea viper cowards made them snap at everyone in striking distance. No. When I saw my neighbors fall, I ran. What kind of Khajiit am I? You were with Dominion, yes? Your Sergeant Firion plans to strike back. Give those pirate cowards... I'll do no such thing. If any of those sea vipers shows a face on this side of the gate, I'll claw it off myself.
Not one sea viper will make it through this door.
I went to the Malmor embassy. I thought they might know a method to free Aurelian from the Temple of the Morning Springs. Instead, I found them attacking Cat's Eye Key. I couldn't stand by and let that happen.
What are you doing here? It doesn't matter. If you're in the mood to cave in some sea viper skulls, I don't really care. You feel that cold air rushing off the sea? Just like it was before the hurricane. We can't wait to cut off the snake's head. We are the Dominion counterattack. I sent my squad to scout Cat's Eye Key. If they haven't learned what the sea viper's plan, we can poke around until we figure out what needs chopping. Don't worry, your wizard friend can seal the gate behind us. I'll hold the gate, if you think you'll have need for a wizard. Or you could bring a Dominion Marine. Up to you. Then let's fillet these fish elf bastards.
Чё? Я и забыл, что они так умеют.
We should check the houses, or secluded...
А это что за втыкал? Не понял. Понял.
Hey, squad got separated. Nistel and I found Onglorn. They hurt him. Sea vipers carved runes in his chest. I grabbed him. Nistel held them off. Hunting sea vipers. If you see her, tell her Onglorn will be all right. Whoever wrote these notes has an idea. I'd start there.
Бля, пиздец.
Oh. Nistel. We should check the houses.
A ringing head is bad, but when it remains somewhat head-shaped, that is good, yes? I was in the caves, working, when I heard a strange howling. Then sea vipers, Maorma pirates. We paid protection through the month and let them put those strange totems in our cave. They've never been in the skooma trade. I meant moon sugar. Hit my head, you see. Our deaths, I suppose? After they killed enough of us, they left the rest of us alone. They knew we wouldn't fight back. They only paid attention to those totems. Well, until they collapsed the cavern. Some high elf wizard tried to get in, so they collapsed it. I dove outside. Lucky me. The wizard tried to tell me something, but I couldn't hear him at all. He stuffed this paper in my hands and walked off. Here, maybe you can make sense of it. What's that? My ears were ringing. Would you mind repeating the obvious? Wait, don't think me ungrateful. The wizard was looking for another way into the caves. I heard rumors of a secret door by the...
There has to be a way into those tunnels. I've fought enough smugglers to know how they think. We should search the buildings near the cliffs.
Totems seem to harness a combination of wind and spirit. I wonder if I can... Excuse me, do you mind? Indeed, I suppose that's optimal. These sea viper rituals are barbaric, but quite effective. The hurricane they summoned to dash our fleet against Kennarti's roost? You clearly haven't studied the fundamentals of blood sacrifice. You see, these serpent-shaped statues, they're storm totems. They collect spirit energies from rune-marked subjects and channel it, like water through a funnel. Exactly the right question. It seems the sea vipers use a specialized lodestone to block the channel. Approach an active storm totem, hold forth the lodestone, and harmlessly sight completely. Go ahead, don't be shy. It's not as though the storm totem's energies will cascade throughout your body until you're nothing but a lifeless, smoking husk. Phenomenal. I knew proximity was the key. And look at you, not even a hint of electrocution. You have the principle. Now to apply it to the other storm totems before... well, best not to worry about that. No, I really shouldn't worry you. I can't say for certain. It's one of two things, neither of which is good for anyone on this island. You don't stoop to blood sacrifice unless you need a lot of energy very quickly. And, well, to release it, just as quick. Listen, you handle the storm totems. I'll determine how to best counteract the Sea Viper blood ritual without destroying Mistral. Does that seem equitable? The only certainty is the lack of time. You should hurry.
Он говорил, забегай в уши, что если я буду стоять в воде? А, ну просто не будет работать.
The wizard seems agitated. We need to drain those storm totems.
Never escape.
This is Ilse, speaking directly to your mind. Find my Psijic projection near the tunnel exit. I know how to stop the Marma. I know what they're planning. Through my Psijic projection, I observed an old ritual site north of Mistral. The Sea Vipers summoned a powerful creature known as a Storm Atronach. They're funneling all that energy into their bound storm. The creature can only hold so much energy before it discorporates. All the energy will wash over Kennarti's roost, killing anything it touches. Except for the thunderbugs, of course. Oh, and the mountain north of Mistral will shatter, leaving no trace of the town. Ah, there's the genius of their plan. How do you bind a creature made of storm energies? With the wind itself. 3 ritual horns trap Storm Slave, but the lodestone now has enough storm energy to counteract the false winds. Elegant, yes? It will shed its corporeal form and safely release its stored energy. By safely, I mean in relation to Kennarti's roost. I recommend moving a fair distance away from Storm Slave when this happens. Perhaps keeping solid rock between it and yourself? You'll have no trouble. But in the event you do, I've opened a portal at a distance of 1 league from Kennarti's roost. There I'll tread water in the open sea until I've observed your success. Merely a precaution. I have every confidence.
So we stop the ritual or die trying? All right. An honor to fight beside you. You'd make an outstanding Marine. Whoa. I wish Nistel could have seen that thing.
Children of the sea, your bonds cannot hold the tempest.
Раб бури. Опачки.
Come! You must leave this place! Follow me!
It's done. The Sea Vipers are defeated. I should feel like we won, shouldn't I?
У тебя на груди типа отметина, как у этого Киллмонгера.
The Sea Viper.
You're slow, but you turn the tide of battle. Zaeri admits that counts for something.
I ran out of Maormer to kill. If you find any more, let me know. I suppose I'll mourn the Sylvanar. I must find oils for his body and tools for the rites. I can almost feel his hand on mine and hear him whisper, all things find their way. But they won't. He's gone forever. And soon, I'm to follow. The Sylvanar sustains the Green Lady. Thus has it always been with every pair. I am not long for this world. I believe I'll find the Maormer's home island. Before my beloved pulls me back to the Green, I'll drown them in a tide of Mara's tears.
Today you saved Mistral from destruction. Kennarti herself must watch over you.
My friend, to escape death so triumphantly is constant thrill, yes? Not so thrilling for the Maormer, of course. The Maormer are fled or dead thanks to your efforts. Kennarti's roost is safe and voluntarily a part of the Aldmeri Dominion. So if you must know, Razumdar keeps an eye on promising people. If Raz had known you would do so well, he would have scrounged you a nicer reward. Apologies. The Mistral Armory is not what it once was. The Maormer are like drunken uncles. Chase them off, and they always come back. Next time, Kennarti will be waiting for them. Problem is, there are places that will not be so prepared. If the Vipers are here in numbers strong enough to assault Kennarti, all of the southern seas are in danger. The Queen is in Oridon right now, beginning a royal visit. Raz would ask you to head to Volkelgard and report to Watch Captain Astanya. Astanya can pass word to Her Majesty. Perhaps you can catch a ride on the Prowler. Raz her Jimila plans to set sail. He suspects she may owe you a favor. Of course. After all you have done for us here, it would be rude of Raz to say no. Astanya's the lovely watch captain of the Volkelgard Watch. Raz has shared more than one drink with the captain, and more than one fight. She's getting a bit grouchy now that she's tied to one port, but she should set you aright. This one is a simple Khajiit, like he said when we first met. He resolves issues as they come up. He acts in the best interest of the Dominion and the Queen. Oh, Raz would not be surprised. You have already proven yourself a competent sword. Simple Khajiit like this one have a tendency to need very tall elves and very pretty shores. Oridon is the most worldly part of the Somerset Isles, and still many of the High Elves consider it a sanctuary away from the rest of the world. This one thinks they are kidding themselves.
Лук пророка. Так я еще не пророк.
You're quite handy at defeating Maormer's sorcery. I hope to see you again. Hopefully with Varelian at my side.
We swept the shoreline. Commander Karanith captured some Maormer. The Green Lady slaughtered the rest. You fought well.
Don't mourn for Nestel. You made sure her sacrifice had meaning. God's favor you, friend.
Kennarti's ruse seems happy to join the Dominion now, but it won't last. I give it less than a year till they forget what happened here.
We're gone 3 hours, and the Malmer attacked the city? Typical. Always missing the real fight.
You have to admit, the temple was interesting.
Stone, water, and talkative ghosts? What about that is interesting?
Every part?
You're hopeless.
The Prowler is headed to Oridon, and we're happy to ferry you there. When you're ready, hop in the launch. We'll set you up with your own bunk. Chests full of gold. Owning a sound ship after a hurricane can be quite lucrative, even when the only cargo is Dominion luminaries seeking passage. Don't worry, I won't charge you. Without your help, the Prowler would be a mass of broken timber. Aye, the Prowler is fully restored and ready for heavy seas. Quartermaster Oblan even managed a few improvements using some Maormer donations. Have no fear, she'll get you safely to Oridon.
Кулак Талмра.
Ifray bless you, my friend. We're lucky you came along when you did. I broke open my personal reserve for this occasion. Nothing settles the nerves like a tankard from back home.
Escaping death at the hands of those savages gives me a thirst. Fortune favor you.
Лодки пересохло, поэтому начал бухать, чтобы вызвать еще больше сушняк.
This one is glad the Dominion was here. Abiza could have died without your help.
The Valmore commands.
Are we all
More
set?
commands.
Nearly. The objects are
Something is very wrong here.
done in time.
So cold. О, да. Оридон.
Ah, you are the one I seek.
It's good to see you, friend. You will always have a place aboard the Prowler.
You're no sailor. I can tell by the smell.
I can tell by smell. Да. Поговорить с капитаном стражи о Стании.
I see you're busy. I can occupy myself for now.
Окей.